Let's start this with a prayer. Dear Father, I thank you for this day and this opportunity to be used as a vessel to let your people know that you are available, able, and ready. In the name of Yeshua from Nazareth. Let's cut this bread. Psalm 18:6. In my distress I called to the Lord. I cried to my God for help. From his temple he heard my voice. My cry came before him unto his ears. Psalm 18:13. The Lord thundered from heaven. The voice of the Most High resounded. Psalm 18:25 through 27. To the faithful, you show yourself faithful. To the blameless, you show yourself blameless. To the pure, you show yourself pure. But to the devious, you show yourself shrewd. You save the humble, but bring low those whose eyes are haughty. Listen, there is nobody, and when I say nobody, I mean absolutely nobody on the face of the earth that is like God. They ain't even an imaginary God that somebody can call from somewhere else to be like, hey, can you come through? They don't speak. They don't speak. They don't hear you because they're not alive. Whatever. I'd like to go off and run my mouth, but it's about God. So, you know what I loved about Yeshua? Or what I do love about him is like, it's always a story. It's always a story to get you receptive to insight into these gems. And people try to build themselves up so high. Like, I'm this, I'm that, I got this, I got that. And at the end of the day, if you don't have God, you don't have nothing. I don't care who you are. I can understand David, right? When he's like, in my distress, I called to the Lord. I cried to my God for help. I can't tell you, well, I can tell you how many times I've been in a situation and I've been like, God, help me. I lost a job or I quit a job because, I'm a good quitter. I quit a job and I was making like $400 every 2 weeks after I quit my job. Now, once I cried to God, I was making $1,000 a week. I used to be so filled with anger and regret and doubt and confusion and negativity that I thought it was okay. But then my spirit was like, this ain't right, this ain't right, which prompted me to call out to God, like, God, I don't want to be this type of person no more. I don't like it. Like, in all of my situations and circumstances have brought me to a point where I gotta be like, when I tell you I'm not afraid of anything, nothing. Nothing on the face of this earth scares me, puts a hint of fear into me, not nothing, because I got a God who hears me. So when God heard my cries when I was going through things, and even my car accident, like I can't, and when everybody was out of the car, normally anxiety and panic started here, but it started at the bottom of where like my feet were, and I felt it coming up. And I'm like, Lord, I'm not going to make it till EMS comes. But, like as soon as he did that, I didn't even get to finish seeing EMS. My car was flipped right side up because he knew it was too much for me. I held on as long as I could. My kids were in the car. And unless you've been in that situation, you can never understand me. But God can understand me. Being in a spot where everything that he's blessed me with, I can't do nothing about it. I can't try to help it. I can't try to save it. I can't help not one. I can't even help myself because I'm pinned under this vehicle. Now, your battle wounds might look a little different from my battle wounds, but I love it because it's an invitation to talk about him and what he's done. So when you see me with the maim arm, like you would think I really went through some stuff. I did. I did. Went through it. all of it. In 18 it says, from his temple he heard my voice, my cry came before him. And then 18, the Lord thundered from heaven, the voice of the Most High resounded. When I am talking to him, whether it was in my vehicle when I was pinned, or when I was broken, or when my pockets was strapped, or, or where I'm in a situation where I don't know what the next move is, I've become accustomed to him and his mannerisms. And when he starts speaking, it's different. It's different, and it fills the atmosphere. When it says the voice of the Most High resounded, resounded means to fill a place with sound. I am progressively always trying to set the stage for him. Like, God, this is the atmosphere I want you to be in. Am I perfect? No. Do I get heated about some things in front of people that might want me to be perfect? Yes. Am I going to change it? No. Because it's him. He is my everything. He is worthy of my praise. He is worthy of my attention. He's worthy of the jack down when I'm going to jack down on something. Because I can't jack down on Tanya because I just found out I was bum. Someone was talking about money and I'm like, whoa. I guess I got peanuts. But I don't store my treasure here on earth. So it's going to look like peanuts to somebody. But being like, storing it in heaven. Because when I get there, it's going to last for eternity. Psalm 18, 25 through 27, to the faithful, you show yourself faithful. I've cheated on him so much by deviating from what he has called me to do that I deserved his unfaithfulness. But he has never been unfaithful to me. Because he understands my plight of being a human being and going through the motions and getting lost in whirlwinds of this and that and the third. And then him realizing that, we got to have a conversation, Tanya. You've went too far. You're trying to do stuff that is not aligned with my will. Bring it back. Faithful to consistently learn me. Like, he's helping me to learn. Like, I'm going to learn you today. I'm going to teach you today. And he does that. And there's nobody, and nobody in my life that can get credit for what he has done. Nobody in my life that can get credit for helping me become the woman that I am. Nobody in my life can get credit from getting me from being a teen mom who did not know which direction north, south, east, or west was, but I knew how to hop on a dick, to being like, I know my value and my worth. That's faithful. Having a need and I can come to him like, hey, God, this is what I need. And him being like, it was already covered. I was just waiting for you to ask. To the blameless, you show yourself blameless. He knows. He knows what we got going on. To the pure, you show yourself pure. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the best way I could do it. God, I got some things going on. But I really don't want to tell you everything. Just know that I'm here. But does that make sense? You have to see that, you're in a spot where you totally need him. I totally need him for everything. If I don't start my day like this, my day is off. It's my favorite thing to do. It's what I love to do. Just talk about how he is amazing and there's nobody like him. But to the devious, you show yourself shrewd. Devious are conniving, scheming, scammers. Shrewd, having or showing sharp powers of judgment. Listen, God said, anybody that hate me, I pay them back on time. When you rock with me, it's not like you rocked with anybody in the face of this earth. I don't fall back on my word. I don't promise you something and take it back. When I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to do something. Before new things happen and they spring forth, I'm going to tell you about them. And I'm going to tell you when the old things pass away too, so you can level up. Who else is going to look out for you like that? So I encourage you that you remember the time, because he says you save the humble, but bring low those whose eyes are haughty. Haughty is blatantly arrogant. I know I'm doing I. You're often catch it in the eye. God isn't someone that we should play with. And people be like, oh, I don't go to church, I don't play with him. But you play with him by not talking to him. You play with him by thinking that you are God and you know everything and you got this woo, whatever. Stupid. Remember the time when you were in your low spot and he was all that you had. Keep that energy. Because nobody deserves his praise, his worship, his glory. Not even us. So if you ask me, I'm going to tell you I'm a nobody every day. I'm only a somebody because the Lord has made me a somebody. To have no parents, no support system, no outside factors that could help me have the mindset and the heart that I have today. Listen, I remember the time when I was wilding out. I remember the time when I was bucking and guys trying to be like, look, let me just get you on the right path. No. And I also remember all the times that he has been faithful, even when I wasn't. He's so good to me, I don't deserve it. And his mercy, man, his mercy is amazing. And Yeshua is that one to put you on that path. Like, look, you walk different. Hold your head up, you different. You ain't even from this world, so don't act like nothing in it. And anything that come against you, it can't take you out. Now he just gave you confidence and strength. He's listening. Don't think that he's not. God doesn't need you to be a certain way before he can converse with you. He wants to meet you wherever you're at. Holler at him.